Good morning from Thorpe Park.
Hello.
We're Loops and Lapbars. I'm Tracy.
I'm Dave.
And yeah, we're here to see what Mardi Gras is like and have our first visit of the year to Thorpe Park. We're going to be here for quite a few visits, same with Drake Manor, to see what their events are like. Yeah, first up I think it's going to be Stealth, get that one done. Not expecting to be too busy, but we've already been in the shop this morning, and if you follow me on Instagram or anything like that, very excited for the fact that they do have 2XL t-shirts. I've bought lots of 2XL t-shirts.
Got new pins and a few new other things in, like cushions as well.
And patches and such, so yeah, we're going to carry on with the day, take you along for the ride.
Yeah.
So we've got into the park, gone through the shops and such, and I'm just going to start off by prefacing with merchandise. It's phenomenally much better than it has been in many years. I've spent a lot of money on t-shirts and stuff like that, just because they've finally got sizes that fit, and there's styles and things like that that are completely new. It's just lovely. It's great to see Thorpe Park doing something like that.
It is, yeah. New range of pin badges out as well. Obviously for this year, which is nice, but they've also got a few other little things like
new patches.
Sort of new patches and cushions as well.
New socks.
New socks. Yeah, and they seem to have taken the focus a little bit off the actual sort of whole park merchandise, and they've tailored the rides a bit more individually, I feel.
Yeah, and they moved a bit away from the varsity stuff as well, which the varsity stuff when it came out was nice, but they have leaned on it a little bit too much now. It's nice that I can get. Well, I could have had the option to buy a Stealth t-shirt that just says Stealth on it, as opposed to a Varsity Stealth or Varsity Stealth socks, for example. But that's merchandise, yes, really, really good. I'll put the, you'll probably have seen the videos on screen of the main shop that I've filmed around. But once we've done a little bit of merch shopping, moved on to Stealth, which is still my favourite coaster here. Don't know exactly where it's going to fit now with all the offerings that we've had from Europe. It's going to get that list is going to get all messed up, but I'm going to go through that at some point. Good ride today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right. Like I'm okay with Stealth. It's not my favourite ride. I don't like the top hat element. I never have. So. But
you seem to be getting better with it.
Yeah, I am getting better with it.
So yeah, it's excellent launch. I think it currently stands as the second most fastest accelerating launch on the planet. Since Dododompa closed. Once that opens, or if it reopens, then Stealth will get knocked down again. But yeah, Stealth's great. Then we went on Storm Surge.
We did, yeah. We don't often do Storm Surge because generally there's usually a foot of water in the bottom of the
boats.
Rubber rings.
Yeah. Or a massive queue.
Or a massive queue, yeah. It weren't too bad today. I think we were in and outside within sort of 15-20 minutes, which wasn't too bad. The puddle was all right as well. Wasn't too deep.
It is definitely advised though, if you're going to ride something like that, either have some way of covering your shoes up or bring waterproof shoes for it. And I'm just at this point, I'm just going to stop just because the parade's coming past. So there's some parade. And there we go, that's some of Mardi Gras for you. Yeah, so it's definitely advisable with Storm Surge for you to have some form of foot covering or to take your shoes off. What a lot of people seem to be doing, which I've never seen before, is they get into the boats, take the shoes and socks off, do the ride, and then put the shoes and socks back on at the end. We didn't do that, we just covered our shoes. Because other than that, the ride's fine. I think it could do with being bulldozed myself, because it's a bit of an eyesore and it's not exactly the best ride. Tidal wave just destroys it in every way.
It does, yeah.
Well, that was Storm Surge. And then a ride that we both relatively regularly agree on is Swarm. Excellently smooth and decent coaster. Looks a lot more intimidating than what it actually is. So if you are sort of on the borderline, I don't know if it's going to be too much for me, have a go on it. You'll be pleasantly surprised, very much like Galactica is at Alton Towers. Yeah. They look big and intimidating beasties, but they're not. Stealth is, but Swarm's not so much.
Yeah.
Still think I prefer Phoenix. I'm gonna just throw that one in myself. The area around Phoenix is just it just suits me more. But Swarm's not bad at all.
No, Swarm's got a decently themed area. It's its own little ride in its own little area. I like the theming around there. It's really quite good for a UK park. I like the ride as well, and personally for me, I think it's on a par with Phoenix. I don't think one's above the other. Mm-hmm. They're both relatively the same ride, and I got the same experience from them. So for me, it's a 50-50 split.
Which is absolutely fine. One thing that we did notice though, and it's something that seems to be getting kind of worse, is the loading of Swarm, and that is the confusion that happens. So you were alluding to it, wasn't it?
Yeah, sort of. As one train's getting off, they open the gates to let the next train on, and then in that sort of mash of people, because the station's not quite wide enough, it slows loading time down, which is a bit of a shame. And it's the only thing that if they're going to change something, change that station layout just very, very slightly. Either open the bag storage back up and have that on a permanent, because that's outside the station, so you can literally hand your bags in, go on the ride, and that'll cut down a lot of that queue time, I think.
Yes, have the bag storage outside the station like they do on 13, so I didn't know what you were saying with that one. Or have the air gates not open until the station's mostly clear. Because that would massively improve it. But it's the same, I'm going back to Phoenix, but that's the way that Phoenix did it. They let everybody off, then they opened the gates. But their bag storage was also a lot easier to get at, and their station was wider. But I think Phoenix is a bit newer, so it's going to be like that. So that's those. I think now we're going to go and torture ourselves on Flying Fish. A bit of a laugh. Not my favourite coaster in the world, just because it doesn't really do an awful lot. And it's just a bit, but it's all right. We'll keep our arms and legs inside the fish at all times. So yeah, let's go for a ride on Flying Fish. Hello again. Just outside, not far from Mr. Monkey's banana ride, are we actually?
No.
And had some dinner. As I mentioned, we did go on Flying Fish, which Flying Fish, not really much to say.
Yeah, they have tidied up the area though for Flying Fish, which is nice to see.
Yes, but yeah, as I said, then we moved on to dinner, which was Takatari. We tried it at Chesington and it was shut.
Yeah.
So we thought we'll have a try here, and lo and behold, it's open for a change.
Yeah.
And nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Considering everyone seems to be on the train of bashing our Aramark, we've come to the conclusion that they are inconsistently consistent.
Yeah, they're hit and miss. Because obviously at Alton Towers, there's been a lot of reports that they're bad there. Legoland yesterday, we were in the hotel. Food they served in the evening and for breakfast was fine. It was all right. The evening food was really, really nice.
Yeah.
Lunch today here has been fine.
Yeah. And not too pricey either.
No, with your Merlin discount.
Yeah, with your Merlin discount. I paid, I think it's £7.20 for my, it's a 12-inch burrito, chicken burrito. You'll see it on screen. And you paid £11.
£11.60 for a chicken burrito and some nachos.
Yeah, it's not unreasonably expensive. I mean, it's probably a bit more than what some people want to pay, but we don't think it's too bad. And like I say, the quality seemed to be there. So yeah, I don't know what it is with Aramark. Maybe it's just that their burgers and the chicken stuff is just a bit pants, whereas the other stuff is not so bad. But anyway, that's that's Aramark and Takatari. After we did that, we went on Nemesis Inferno.
Yep.
The polarizer, the great splitter. I'm original Nemesis fan. You're an Inferno.
Yeah, I prefer Inferno over original Nemesis. That's not to say original Nemesis I don't like.
Yeah.
But I just much prefer Inferno. It does what it does in a small area and does it well and does it quick.
Exactly, same for me with the original Nemesis. It does what it does well. Well, it did. Currently it doesn't run. But yeah, it's not to say that Nemesis Inferno is bad in any way, shape or form. It is still a really, really good coaster. Not too much banging around, and it is making a phenomenal noise. I don't know whether it's because we've not got Nemesis to compare it to or anything like that, but it's roaring around the track nicely.
Yeah.
But did get a little bit of head banging, but the original Nemesis did that.
Yeah.
Inferno has always had a little bit of a bang here and there, but nothing so uncomfortable that it's a write-off. Since we're down this way, I think next is probably going to be Saw.
Yeah.
As long as the queue's not too long, because it's completely exposed and it's bloody warm today.
Yes, yeah.
I've stood in that queue for 90 minutes in the sun. It's unreasonably hot. Yeah, we'll go and head over to Saw and have a go on that one. See if we come out on the other side alive. That's Nemesis Inferno.
It was.
Yep, so just sat over here, just in the shade a little bit because it's quite warm today. But since we last updated you, we've had a go on Saw the ride. That polarised.
It did.
Because I've thought that the ride, though I know it is a rough ride, I don't think I had a rough ride this today. Whereas you were battered around some chronic.
Yes, I was.
I don't know if that's got anything to do with the fact that because I'm slightly longer in the body and taller, my head was sat above the over-the-shoulder restraints. So when it came to the banging and whatnot, I was only getting my neck, whereas you were probably getting your ear all smashed in.
I was getting the side of my face today. It missed my ears, but it got the side of my face and my temples quite a bit.
But I still enjoy it. It's a good fun ride. If you get it on a good day, it's a phenomenal ride. If you get it on a bad day, then yeah, it can really hurt. But from there, went on to Rush.
Yep, nice little swing ride. And so it gets to its height and then does it kind of 3 swings before it slows down. It's kind of over quite quick, but it is a nice little ride. They seem to be having trouble with the Lapbars today with operations, and you'd finish the ride and then you were sat there for another 2 minutes before the Lapbars opened. Yeah,
I don't know exactly what that was, but while you mentioned operations have been really, really good overall today. In fact, both Legoland yesterday and Thorpe Park today, everyone's been batched pretty quick. The rides are running in great state, and Thorpe Park itself is looking a lot nicer. It really does look like they are trying to get the park looking nice and tidy, ready for Exodus when that eventually opens. Let's leave it at that for a moment, because here comes Nemesis. It's a nice looking park.
Yeah, and it's all nice as well. They've extended Mardi Gras and they've moved the stage this year, and they've got a few new bits in for you to take pictures with, so that's nice as well.
I think we've probably that's something we need to go and do. The crews are all walking about. There's still musicians on stands and things like that. The shows are still pretty much the same as they were last year, but they're now, instead of being beside Detonator and essentially closing Detonator off, they're more in front of Tidal Wave, right next to the Dodgems. So it opens up the space a little bit better. Other than that, Mardi Gras has not really been changed too much from last year, has it really?
No, it doesn't seem to have done. The costumes have got a little bit sort of more crazy in Carnival, which is really good to see. So it's nice to see they are improving on the previous year. Yeah.
But it's only incremental improvements. It's not like a massive improvement. But it's not like the Mardi Gras last year was bad. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Once we did that, we had to go on the birthday boy, Quantum, 20 years old this year, same as certain other rides. And it's not normally one that I'm bothered by, because I don't really like the rocking motion that it gives you, but it weren't too bad today.
No, I like Quantum. Like
It's
it's
one
a
of your
little.
favourites, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quantum's one of my favourites here. A little nice, easy, essentially sideways on, or frontways facing rather, Space Screamer. For those of you that are familiar with the fair circuit. Yeah, it's a nice little ride. It is showing its age. It was a little bit jaddery up at the top today, but I don't think that takes away from it, and it's not too bad that you're going to sit there and go, oh my word, this road's going to collapse.
Yes, the same can be said with Rush,
So-
Quantum, Vortex, and I can't remember the Enterprise's name, but all four of them don't run massive long cycles. So
Yeah.
if you want to get more out of it, you just rewrite it again. If it's a bit too much for you, by the time no, it's just too much for me, it's done. So yeah, that's kind of a nice thing with the rides over in it's Lost Kingdom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking of Lost Kingdom, we've seen Colossus running round, but other than that, not really much happening there. We still can't ride it. And again, another Nemesis going past. So just a second. I suppose really it's quite good you see how quick dispatches are going, because we've been recording now for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. That's the third dispatch that's gone by, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good operations. But yeah, Colossus we've only seen one piece of new track on the Heartline rolls.
Yeah.
Not sure why they went for the Heartline rolls first, unless it was just the easiest.
Yeah, but it's one of them. Personally, I feel they don't need to retrack Nemesis. They need to change the trains.
Not Nemesis,
Sorry,
Colossus.
Colossus. My bad.
Yeah, I've heard rumours that apparently they can't fit trains like Sick has onto Colossus, which is a bit of a shame, because it would be probably just as good as Sick if it had those trains.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We can't really do anything about that. Well, you had to go on Rumble Rapids as well.
We did, yeah.
And I know we've,
Rumbery and Rapidy.
yeah, I know we've mentioned an awful lot about Europe and the differences and stuff like that, but the Rapids rides over in Europe are definitely a lot better than the Rapids rides over here. All down to the health and safety, I think.
Yeah.
Because our rides, it's a constant scream at you. Please remain seated, keep your arms and legs inside the boat at all times. Whereas in Europe, I don't think they'd even care if you got out of the boat. A bit over the top there. But no, a lot of their rides have got drops and things like that. So it's a lot more sort of rapidy rather than a sort of a rough boat ride, I suppose.
Yeah.
But that's Rumble Rapids.
Bye guys!
Oh, they know how to say goodbye, don't they?
Yeah.
Ah. That was Thorpe Park for today. So Tracy's full of ice cream now. Overall,
Good day today.
yeah, one of the better ones that we've had at Thorpe Park in a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed with the way that the park's being run and the way that the park looks and such,
Yeah, Mardi Gras atmosphere's been really, really good today as well.
despite the fact that it's been dead. The car park's barely even sort of third full. But yeah, it's been good fun. Thorpe Park has not always been one of my favourite parks, despite the fact it's got one of my favourite rides here. I've always preferred Alton Towers, but I don't know, Thorpe Park seems to be getting a bit better, and Towers just seems to be getting lax. But yeah, that's just me, I think. Anything you want to add on that?
No, I'm all good.
Fantastic. So yeah, we're at the car park now, so I'm probably going to leave it at that for today. Going to go through the turnstiles. Ooh. Not allowed the beads.
And I weren't punching kids for them. I was tempted, but I wasn't doing it.
I don't think you should do that. But yes, we're going to leave it with you for the day. That was us at Thorpe Park. We're going to have a couple of days off now.